Hi everyone, I'm Jenna. That's Jenna with one N. If you know where this quote is from, then you will be my new best friend. But just to warn you, this is not the actual quote. I just changed it so that it would work with my name. So, hello to all my new besties in advance. Anyway, this is my very first video on this channel. Well, obviously. And the videos that I will be posting here will be anything from book hauls, book reviews, book tags, my writings, basically all things books, and more books. Because I love books and I cannot lie. No, I really can't deny it. When someone puts a book right in my face, I cannot but read it. Word. Okay, seriously, I have no idea where that came from. But I really love books. And I thought it'd be a good time to be had to basically make videos all about books and connect with other people that love books as much as I do. And I thought it'd be good for me to get out of my comfort zone and put myself out there for all to see, because contrary to the beginning of this video, I am not. I repeat, I am not at all an outgoing person. I'm pretty much a wallflower like Charlie is from Perks of Being a Wallflower. And on a side note, read the book. Trust me, you will not regret it. Because, like Harry Potter, I must not tell lies. So anyway, since I am already recommended you a book, I figured this would be a good time to tell you about all the books that I've read so far in the year 2014. And I've read a lot. 21 books to be exact. So without further ado, here are all the 21 books. Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore, a novel by Robin Salone. This is an adult book, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Such a good book. Plus, the yellow books on the cover glow in the dark. Who knew? I sure didn't. Then, the next 2 books I've read are part of the Shadow Children series, which is a middle grade dystopian trilogy. And they are Among the Brave, Among the Enemy, and Among the Free. And I gave them all a 4 out of 5 stars. The whole series, which are 7 books, consist of Among the Hidden, Among the Impostors, Among the Betrayed, Among the Barons, Among the Brave, Among the Enemy, and lastly, Among the Free, all by Margaret Peterson Haydix. Then I read The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd, and this book I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. A great adult book. You've Got to Be Kidding Me by Dr. Joe Wanke. And this book is an hilarious but an insightful take on the Bible. Then I read the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, a dystopian YA trilogy, and that is Never Afraid by Alexandria Bracken. And I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Archive by Victoria Schwab. And this is the first book in a trilogy, and this book I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Because of Winn-Dixie by Katie DiCamillo, which I believe is her last name. And this book I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. A really great contemporary middle grade book. Then I read Panic by Lauren Oliver. This book gave 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read the first book in a graphic novel series, and this is my very first graphic novel, and this is all due to readables. sound interesting, and I ended up loving it, and that is Saga Volume 1. And I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. But this is actually probably considered an adult graphic novel because it has some sexy times in there. Then I read a book because of Jessie the Reader, and loves this book, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. And this book I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. So good. Then I read More Than This by Patrick Ness. Give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Such a great book, couldn't put it down. And if you can see, it's one of the very few books, hardcover books, that does not have a dust jacket. Then I read the last 2 books in the Saga trilogy, and that is Saga Volume 2 and Saga Volume 3. And those 2 I both gave a 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Every Other Day by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this book I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Then I reread a book in preparation for the release of the movie, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Such a great book. Then I read I Am the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak, and this book gave a 5 out of 5 stars. Such a good book. And then I read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and this book gave a 5 out of 5 stars. And this book has been getting lots of hype around booktube recently, and it was the book explosion book of the month, and so that's why I read it, and it's really good. And you really need to go into this book knowing nothing about it, basically, because if you know too much, you'll get spoiled, because obviously it's not that big of a book. If you have too much of a synopsis, then it'll be spoiling. The House at Pooh Corner by A.A. Milne. And this book is a middle grade book, and it's really good. I highly recommend this to everyone because it's really great, and it doesn't read like a middle grade book at all. And this book gave a 5 out of 5 stars. Now the book I'm currently reading, The Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. This book is a fantasy YA, and it's not your typical fantasy like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something. What makes it fantasy is that in the summer of 1799, the disruption happened. That's what they're calling it. And basically it's where all the continents and the states of America have been thrown into different historical time periods, which I think is like really cool. So yeah, that's the book I'm currently reading. And yeah, so as you can see, I really had a great start to my year reading wise, and hopefully that continues throughout the end half of this year. So I hope this video wasn't too terribly boring for you, but I just wanted to let you know what my channel is going to be about and everything. So hopefully you stick around and subscribe for my next video, which will probably be my bookshelf tour. Woo! Yeah, so stay tuned for my bookshelf tour because that'll be happening. And yeah, I will see you hopefully in my next video. Bye!